All right, hey everybody. Hopefully this is set up okay. I'm so excited to share today. This is the fun part. Not working. Okay. So you guys hop on. Let me know you're here. Hold on, I got a text. Say what's up. This is going to be a very informative video. So I'm going to give you guys a minute to get the notification. I hate these live things because they're like a good minute or two delayed. So when you guys hop on, let me know you're here. For some reason, this is not popping up like it usually does. This is weird. I might have to end up restarting. Okay, I'm going to restart. I don't know. This live is being weird. I don't know if I should restart. There's not things popping up. Okay, but I see people are popping on. It's just not telling me. So when you guys pop on, let me know you're here. Post below because I've got lots of... Hey, Holly, what's up? Holly has had some kick-ass results with my one-on-one coaching. So congratulations, Holly. Okay, I'm going to hop right into it. I don't know what's going on with this live, but clearly you can see me. Today we're going to go over, so yesterday I talked about macros and what they are. Protein, carbs, fat are basically your macros. So if you missed that video, you can scroll through my post or you can go to my blog, heatherfoltz.com, click on blog. It's the first thing popped up and my video is also on there. Today we're going to talk about counting macros because my inbox went bonkers yesterday. Wow, sorry, I'm trying to fix my phone. My inbox went bonkers with the macro counting and how many people are interested and how many people are confused by it. Well, first let me tell you, macro counting is very confusing at first because you just kind of don't know where to start. So something that I'm going to be doing with my future one-on-one clients is, they'll either have the option to do what we normally have been doing or they'll have this macro option, which I will also create a little bit of a plan that already has the macros in place. So it will already, so it'll say for example, you have 200 grams of carb, 50 grams of fat, 140 grams of protein. I'll give you a full day of foods that you can have an idea. So I'm really hoping that this is playing. If anybody is on, whoever is on, can you guys just post below real quick because I'm about to restart this because this is being really weird. Somebody give a shout. Let me know that it's working. If it's not. Okay. Thank you, Aaron. Okay. Appreciate it. All right. So first things first with macro counting. Like I shared yesterday, I just kind of grabbed my oats because I'm going to use this as a demonstration. If you have a pen and paper available, please get it out so you can write some things down. So everything's going to be backwards because of the way this is filming. And guys, don't mind my hideous nails. Look at this. My gel came off and my nails all broke. Bullshit. Okay, so this is the nutrition label. Remember, what you're going to be looking at when you're counting your macros is the serving size and how many grams it is. I'm going to go over why the grams. I know this is kind of blurry. I'm sorry. And then don't worry about the calories. I'm not a big fan of worrying about the calories, but focus on the total fat, carbs, and proteins per serving. Remember, the serving size is huge. Oh, that's an airplane. I freaked out for a second. Okay. You need to download MyFitnessPal if you are not using it. So I grabbed my boyfriend's old phone. We have all these phones in the house because we all keep getting new ones. And I downloaded my MyFitnessPal on here. The calories on here, that's all wrong. It's just standard stuff that I put in there. So when you're counting your macros, you have that option with MyFitnessPal. Again, everything's going to be backwards. Is when you go to, you can set your goals on here. You guys can play around with this. I'm not going to give a tutorial on MyFitnessPal because I don't even know. I just use it for this. So, when you go to the diary option, it will tell you can add in your food. So you would add in, okay, sorry. My Facebook's going off. And there went my phone. I have it propped up on paper towels, guys. Okay, so so I clicked on breakfast. I always file everything under my breakfast just because it's easier. So I already have things programmed in, but it's got this little scanner so you can actually barcode scan your food. So like I've got these oats, and then you would just find the barcode and scan it, and then it will search for it. And then this, remember, all these will be just for the serving. Don't mind this little circle thing. It's for a game I play. It's always for the serving. So for one serving, which is 40 grams, which is a half of a cup, it's 27 carbs, 3 grams of fat, 5 grams of protein. Okay, now if you wanted to adjust that to fit your macros, so like say you were going to have 2 servings of it, you could just adjust it to hit 2 servings, to hit, you know, however many carbs you're doing. One thing you need to get, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, a food scale. I have gone through like 10 food scales in my days because I keep dropping them and everything else. You can get them at Walmart. You can get a really nice one for really expensive. Make sure you get a digital one, because like here, so turn it on, it should pop up. Oh, it's unusable because I'm holding it weird. Okay, let's see if it'll still work. Okay, so I have it set to grams. You can set it to, you know, pounds and ounces, fluid ounces, milliliters, things like that. Now, like I shared yesterday, most things you're going to measure in grams. And why is that? Because grams are more accurate. And grams are always listed on the nutrition facts as well. So like if you're getting chicken, 4 ounces of chicken is 112 grams. Why do we measure in grams versus the ounces? Because the 4 ounces could kind of give or take. It could end up dropping you to 109 grams. It could take you up to 115 grams. Every gram does matter. It's one thing I learned, measure in grams. It's just easier. Now, people are probably asking, well, why can't I just use a measuring cup and measuring spoons? Because society measures wrong. I measure wrong, and I'm going to show you why, because I have 2 measuring cups. Okay, so I'm going to take, that's why I have these oats out. So these are both a half a cup, which is the serving size. A half a cup is 40 grams. Okay, so most people, they'll take their cup. Now, I'm going to show you how I really measure. A lot of people will do what I do. You just do this. Oh, it's a little over. That's okay. That's how I measure. That's how most people measure. Some people will do the whole slide thing and try to get it off the top. Okay, so this is, I'm going to just do how I measure, okay? So this is my half cup of oats. This is just with the spoon. Now, I'm going to take my food scale and I'm going to measure what it says on here, which is 40 grams. So I'm going to put my cup on here. Sorry, I know you're not going to be able to see me doing this, but I swear I'm doing it right. And let me move the measuring cup a little bit. You know what? I'm afraid I'm going to, damn things. I need new batteries in here. Whatever, that's good enough. Okay. A couple pieces fell. I'm making a mess, guys. So I'm going to show you the difference between 40 grams and a half cup. Look at the difference, okay? That's a huge difference, guys. This is a lot of calories. I don't know what the weight of it is because the measuring spoon is in here. You know what? Actually, I'm going to measure. Okay, so this is 40 grams of oats. Let me do this. I'm going to put this in here, restart it, and I want to dump it and tell you how many grams that was. Okay, a bunch of it fell everywhere, but it's close to 60 grams. That's 20 grams more. That's a serving and a half, guys. That's a lot. So that's why I recommend a food scale. Okay, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're not measuring with cups and spoons because you will never get it right. You will not hit your macro targets. It's just so funny because when I first started doing macros, I was like, fuck this food scale. I'm not getting a food scale. I'm not spending that kind of money. And they're not really that expensive. They're probably like 20 bucks. And then I started measuring. I'm like, that's 4 ounces of chicken? You know, 112 grams? I was like, oh my gosh. So food scale is really, really, really important. Okay. Now, one big question that I get, and sorry, I'm drinking coffee at the same time here. I've been running around like crazy this morning. Sorry. I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. Foods without macros, like these nasty bananas that I will not eat, but I'll use them for banana ice cream. I do not like bananas who get any brown. Yes, I'm weird. I like unripe bananas. So say, for example, oh my gosh, I don't know the banana macronutrients. Okay, guys, MyFitnessPal is great. There's a search bar in there, and I'll show you, because a lot of things don't have nutrition fact labels. Fruits, veggies. Sorry, trying to find the app. So let me log back into MyFitnessPal. Okay, so I'll go over to the diary. Okay, so, and then I'll go to add breakfast, and then you can search for a food, and then I'll just type banana. Oop. I can't spell. And then it'll show different bananas, and I always look for them in grams. So sometimes you might have to put banana grams, so it searches in the grams, so that way you can see, and then you can make your adjustments per serving. So a lot of times when it's like, excuse me, listed as the banana in grams, you can change on the serving size. You can just put like 1 gram, and then that way you can say if you want 50 grams of banana or 100 grams of banana, and just put, however many you want. It'll tally that up for you. So that's pretty much how you will calculate if you don't have things. And what's really great is a lot of restaurants will have their macronutrients already listed in MyFitnessPal. That's why I love it. And if not, you can go in here and you can go in the settings and you can create a food. And, like if say you're making like a big lasagna or something for dinner, you can go in here and put a meal together and then explain how many servings are in it. So that way, like, okay, say you're making a lasagna and your recipe says it serves 12, you can put that in here. So all you would do is just go around your house, scan all the foods that are going to be going into your lasagna and put them in that recipe tab, and then divide it up. Now you're probably thinking that's really difficult. Guys, honestly, I don't do that. I am so bad because to me it's like, oh my gosh, that's overwhelming and it's annoying. But it's really not that hard. I'm just retarded and don't want to do that. So, okay, I hope that makes sense. If you guys are having questions along the way, please post them below. I want to answer these while I'm on here live. So please ask your questions because my inbox, like people were embarrassed to ask questions on here. Like I had over 60 messages yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, it was insane, which I was very excited about it because it is a very exciting thing. It's great. So, okay, let's move on. Okay, so we talked about food scale. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, guys. Food scale, food scale, food scale. You need to pay attention to the labels, the serving sizes when you're scanning them in MyFitnessPal. These rabbits keep coming in the damn yard and eating my plants. Sorry. When you're scanning them in MyFitnessPal, it's going to go what this serving size says. So don't think, oh my gosh, I'm used to eating a cup of oats. Oh, that's it? No. This is only for a half a cup of oats, so you would need to multiply that by 2. And that could, exceed your carbohydrate macros for the day, whatever. Okay, same with the banana. Bananas are very, very, very high in carbohydrates. Like 50 grams is, I want to say it's like around 27 grams of carbohydrates, which, and not to say that bananas are bad for you. Bananas are absolutely great. The potassium is great. This is great for, pre-workout. Like me, I'm breastfeeding. I don't take a pre-workout. So I always have a banana or Greek yogurt. Okay, guys, seriously, any questions? I know there's got to be questions because I'm trying to think like what else. What else did because I already typed up my blog. I'm trying to figure out what else I talked about. Oh, why do we not pay attention to calories? That was a huge question I was asked yesterday because it's weird. So for every gram of fat, I think is 9 calories. I can't remember this off the top of my head. I think it's on my blog, but for every X amount of calories is in however many grams, I can't remember, it's on my blog. But sometimes the labels are not always right for some reason, like when you scan it. So always just go by the grams because sometimes like it'll say I'm eating 2,200 calories on the nose, and then a different meal or a different day it'll say I'm eating 2,179 calories for the day. It's weird. So don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to hitting whatever your macro goals are. Now, I shared yesterday about a website called iifym.com. You can get a macro plan from them. It's a good start out for people who are unsure. I don't necessarily like it. I tried it once and it was completely off for me. But, if you're wanting to start out and you want to do it on your own, great. If you don't want to do it on your own and you want some help with it and you want to work with me, and this is also what I'm offering with my one-on-one coaching, to help people kind of from a different aspect. And people have been asking me, well, can you do it with keto diet? Because that keto diet's really huge. I'm not a fan of it, but yes, if you're going to be doing keto or any low carb, high fat, you will be needing to track your macros because that's how you're going to know if you're hitting your percentage of 70% fat, or, you know, however much you're allowing yourself in the day. So it's important. And same thing, like with avocados, there's no, you know, barcode. Just search for it in there. Oh, meats. I need another sip of coffee. Cheers. Okay. Meats. How do we measure our meat? So when you're meal prepping, I always measure my meats raw, with the exception of chicken. I always measure my chicken cooked, which probably isn't the right way. So I always, you know, if I'm having 4 ounces of chicken, it's 112 grams. Or if I'm having 3 ounces, it's like 87 or 88 or something like that. I always measure it after, because I don't pre-prep it. I just unpack it out of the package and throw it on the tray and put it in the oven, because, you know, Brandon eats it too, my kids eat it too, so I'm not going to measure all that. But like my ground turkey, ground beef, anything like that, I always pre-measure. So I'll take all the raw meat and I'll put it on here, and I always just measure out 4 ounces, which is 112 grams. I need to stop saying ounces. I just am so used to talking to people about ounces. 112 grams, because that's what I give myself in my MyFitnessPal. So I know whenever I'm going to have beef, which I eat it every single day, I'm going to just take out the patty after it's cooked, because it will shrink. So measuring it raw is completely different than measuring it cooked. It's really different. But the labels, the packaging labels, are all for raw food, unless it's already cooked, unless you're purchasing it already cooked. Whatever's on the label is the state that it's in. So if you're buying raw chicken, raw beef, raw shrimp, anything like that, you have to measure it the way it's coming in the package. And be consistent with it. So like for me, since I do measure my chicken cooked, I always measure my chicken cooked. That way, you know, one day I'm not doing it raw, because it'll change my macros. Now my macros are probably off, you know, for me hitting my goal. I'm probably eating more protein because of that, but I'm being consistent with it. So to me, it's fine that way, but that's what I do. So I'll just kind of let you guys, I need to remake food today. So like here, you know, you can't really see it, but there's like chicken breasts in here, and then I'll just cut them up, put it on the scale for 112 grams. Those are Brandon's beef patties. Uh-oh, am I out of beef myself? Shoot! Oh no, they're okay. I was gonna say, I gotta make that now. And then I have some sweet potato in here that I just cooked up, and then I'll measure that, you know, 4 ounces as well, right before I'm going to eat it. And then same with veggies. I measure my veggies frozen before I cook them up, but that's, you know, that's what I want to do. So however you're going to measure your, you know, meats and things, make sure you measure it that way all the time. So if you're eating a lot of frozen berries for your fruit, always measure them frozen, because believe it or not, when they're thawed out, it weighs differently. But it's, you guys, that's pretty much it as far as how to count them utilizing MyFitnessPal. If you do have specific questions, because I know it is very confusing at first, trust me, I know, I've been there. Now it's pretty easy. Every night I just log into MyFitnessPal and I kind of plan out what I want to eat. So like today, this is my little piece of paper. I'll show you my macro drawer. This is insane. Look at all these papers. That's all different types of macros, okay? Those are different days. It's crazy. And every day it's a treat too. You know, like tonight, I'm going to read through what I'm going to eat for the day, just so you guys know. So, pre-workout, which I didn't have because Brandon and I had a free meal last night, and it wasn't really a free meal. It was like a free night until we got done playing the Wii, and it was bad. We ate a lot of food, so I was not hungry this morning when I got up. So I still have this yogurt I'm going to eat later. Okay, I had 5 egg whites, 3 turkey bacons, 45 grams cream of rice, 25 grams of granola. That's my breakfast. Shakeology. 4.5 ounces of chicken, which I didn't mark the grams. I just knew I needed 4.5. So 4.5 is about 120 something grams, I think. No, more than that. 130, I think. So 130 grams. 5-ounce sweet potatoes. I have not converted sweet potatoes into grams, so I always do the ounces. I know that's bad. 200 grams of broccoli. And then after that, it'll be 2 rice cakes, 18 grams of peanut butter, 5 of these crackers that I have, 169 grams of cottage cheese. And then here I just put beef, lettuce, and stuff because I already have that stuff measured out. So my next meal, beef, lettuce, 2 corn tortillas, 30 grams of avocado. Last meal of the day will be 30 grams of s'mores cereal. Yes, I'm eating s'mores cereal. and 146 grams of the S'mores Halo. So that is a typical day. Well, not a typical day, but that's my day today. And before we had our cheat meal, treat meal, fury meal, whatever you want to call it last night, here. So I even macroed in pizza. I was originally going to have this pizza tonight, but I woke up because I ate so much yesterday. I felt like shit. So because I macroed in pizza, this is what my day was going to look like. Yogurt breakfast was going to be 3 turkey bacon, 34 grams of cream of rice, 5 egg whites, chocolate vegan Shakeology, 4.5 ounces of chicken, 2 rice cakes, 100 grams of broccoli, 162 grams of green beans, 62 grams of cottage cheese, 28 grams of white cheddar popcorn, the pizza, and then 128 grams of mint Halo. Oh, okay. Thank you, Michelle. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. Appreciate that. So there's things you can macro in, guys, so you can still live your life. This is why I preach balance. I feel like this video is getting insanely long, which it is, but that's okay. Balance is vital. I don't believe in keto. I don't believe in, omitting things out of your diet unless, you have inflammation or allergies or intolerances. I can't live my life knowing I have to deprive myself. I can't. Yes, I do follow days where I have higher fat and lower carbs, but it's never low carb. Never low carb. I can't function that way because I am a recovering binge eater, which I'm going to be sharing into detail about my binge eating because people want to hear that story. So I'm going to open up to that at some point here soon. But I'm getting results, guys. I showed my pictures yesterday. I would show you my stomach right now, but I am very bloated from the crap I ate yesterday. But I'm getting a 4-pack abs, guys. I'm breastfeeding. I did not believe you could lose weight and have abs while breastfeeding because your milk supply is so important. It is so important. But my milk supply is sustainable. It's great. Silas is eating as much as he wants. He's thriving. I can feel my letdowns. I'm pumping. I'm getting things out, milk out when I'm pumping. And I'm enjoying my life. Guys, you're hearing it. Let me show you this cereal. Let me show you this cereal because this cereal is freaking great. S'mores cereal, guys. I get to eat that today. And I don't have to feel guilty. I'm not going to feel guilty. I get to have ice cream and not feel guilty. I know some people cannot handle having treats because it triggers binge eating. Trust me, I've been there. It took me time to be able to get to this point in my life, but I wouldn't have it any other way because if I go into a diet like, let's just say I'm going to eat keto and all I'm going to do is eat fat all the time and I'm going to omit my carbs, as soon as I was to indulge in popcorn or anything like that, my brain would just send me into a whirlwind downward spiral of shit. I can't do that. This is what works for me. So again, if anybody has questions pertaining to macronutrients, again, you can check out my blog, heatherfoltz.com. Click on the blog tab. This one will be posted soon, but I've got 2 days. What I talked about yesterday, it's got a little bit more information. These videos will also be on there. My one-on-one coaching, I'm utilizing this as well. So my clients will have multiple options of what they want to do for their health. And, for me to guide them to do what will work for them to have, a lifestyle change. With my current clients, they've been following a meal plan that's been non-deprivation. But if if these people want to start being able to count their own macros and be able to do what's going to work for them, then that's great. You don't have to go by what I share with you. I just want people to see that you can get results by eating a little bit of what you want. Now, as you heard my meal plan, guys, I'm still eating broccoli. I'm still eating lean ground beef. I'm still eating chicken. I'm still eating lettuce and avocado. My diet is very nutrient dense, but I am allowed a little bit of leeway to eat something else to fulfill those cravings, to fill those needs. And I need that. So I hope that helps you guys. And I'm here with any questions you have. Please message me. I have to shift through my inbox today because yesterday went buck wild. Please share this video if you think it can help anybody. Share the blog post, whatever. Get the word out there about this. And, I'd love to help other people. If you know somebody who can benefit from this, let me know. I'd be happy to help them and help you guys. I love this. I feel great. Minus, I did wake up with a little sugar hangover. So I'm like, I told Brandon we just need to throw away our Wii because when we play Mario Party, it gets crazy in this house. We get crazy. And I ate a lot. And we made s'mores on the stove because we had a hailstorm. And it was really good. So, I want everybody to have an awesome day. Brandon and I have some exciting news. We're not married. We're not pregnant again or anything like that. But we're going to start doing some live stuff together as requested by you guys. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.